You guys, I am coming to you tonight with kind of a heavy heart. Um, Part of me doesn't really want to speak on this topic, but there's a larger part of me that feels I need to speak on it. It's pretty heavy. It seems as though Cassie was not. It seems as though it has happened. Cassie Ventura, who is the former girlfriend of Sean P. Diddy Combs, has filed a $30 million lawsuit against him, claiming abuse and S assault. You know what the S stands for. They were in a 10-year relationship. And she was about 19 years old when they began the relationship back in 2005. They broke up, like I said, 10 years later, and this was amid rumors that she had cheated on Diddy with her trainer, Alex Fine, whom she later married and now has 2 kids with. So yeah, I've always felt a little uneasy about that relationship just because she was so young when they first, and that's just me with these older men who date these younger girls, especially in that she was one of his signees. She was on his record label. So it always just seemed a little off that they were in a relationship. But we didn't hear much at the time about it, anything negative coming out. So, you just kind of accepted, and being that she was 19 years old at the time, we just kind of let it fly. But here we are now. So many years after they broke up in 2015, it was now 2023, and she's filed a civil case against, and I'm going to be reading, so y'all, if I'm looking down, understand that I'm going to be reading from some of these court documents, so that you get an exact idea of what she's claiming has happened. And again, who knows if she'll ever be able to actually prove this, but these are the details coming out of the court documents. So it's civil case number 23-CV-10098, Cassie Ventura versus Sean Combs, Bad Boy Entertainment, Bad Boy Records, Epic Records, Combs Enterprises, and Doe Corporation's I-10. So she's going after him and all of his companies, the whole kit and caboodle. And she made a statement, after years in silence and darkness, I am finally ready to tell my story and speak up on behalf of myself and for the benefit of other women who face violence and abuse in their relationships. So Sean Combs' attorney, Ben Brafman, has also released a statement. His statement reads, Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. For the past 6 months, Mr. Combs has been subjected to Ms. Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship, which was unequivocally rejected as blatant blackmail. Despite withdrawing her initial threat, Ms. Ventura has now resorted to filing a lawsuit riddled with baseless and outrageous lies, aiming to tarnish Mr. Combs' reputation and seeking a payday. So the lawyers are basically saying this is not true. She's disgruntled, and now she's just trying to get some money out of us. Again, it'll be up to Cassie to be able to prove, not the defendant, to prove their innocence, but they have to kind of prove the guilt. And after that statement, Cassie's lawyer had countered. I think I got that right. Did I say that right? Y'all, forgive me, I'm not no lawyer. And I'm not the brightest bulb in the box. But I want to say that the defendant does not have to prove their guilt or prove their innocence. I could be wrong. I need to look at it. But that the prosecutor has to prove that they are guilty. They have to show evidence of guilt. Here nor there, Cassie's lawyers, they countered that Mr. Combs offered Ms. Ventura 8 figures to silence her and prevent the filing of this lawsuit. She rejected his efforts, her lawyer says. So In these documents, Cassie is saying that she's outlining years of abuse. She's saying that this abuse was witnessed, that the crimes against her were witnessed by his employees, and that they assisted in trying to control her and keeping her under his control. She says that on several occasions he threatened to keep her music from being released. That was one of the ways he kept her under control. So in the preliminary statement, I'm not going to read this whole thing. So among the violent acts that she is claiming in this document, she says she was trapped by Mr. Combs in a cycle of abuse, violence, and sex trafficking. Wow. Sex trafficking. I mean, really. So, that's pretty, like I said, this is deep. This is really, so among the violent acts and unlawful acts by Mr. Combs, she alleges that he raped her in her own home after she tried to leave him. He often punched, beat, kicked, and stomped on her, resulting in bruises, burst lips, black eyes, and bleeding. That he blew up a man's car after he learned that he was romantically interested in Miss Ventura. And rumor has it that this gentleman is Kid Cudi. I don't remember hearing about Kid Cudi's car being blown up, but I could just be, you know me. I don't know everything. I don't hear everything. But so apparently, well, allegedly it's Kid Cudi. That he forced Miss Ventura to engage in sex acts with male sex workers while doing the M-word and filming the encounters. That's probably the most, to me. Why are you pimping out your artists if you're supposed to be in a relationship with this young lady? If this true. I mean, this is all alleged at this point. But she has, let me keep going. She also alleges that he ran out of his apartment with a firearm in pursuit of a rival industry executive whom he learned was nearby. He demanded that Miss Ventura carry the firearm in her purse just to make her uncomfortable and to demonstrate how dangerous he is. In that he introduced her to a lifestyle of excessive alcohol and substance abuse, required her to procure illicit prescriptions to satisfy his own addictions. It's a lot, y'all. They met, like I said, in 2005. She was 19, he was 37, and signed her to his record label. This document states that within a few years, he lured her into a fast-paced, drug-fueled lifestyle and romantic relationship with him, her boss, and one of the most powerful men in the industry. And a vicious, cruel, and controlling man nearly 2 decades his senior. I know I just read that wrong, but anyway. Y'all, there's a part of me, I just don't want to read through this whole thing. That was enough for me. I mean, there's a lot, and I'm reading through this document. I feel bad. Again, we don't know if she'll be able to actually prove these allegations, but the fact that she's come forward, I mean, you have to commend her. And obviously she's been working on herself for years, trying to get over what she feels is abuse, to get to this point, to be able to come forward and make these claims and to tell her truth. I commend her for that part. Now we just have to find out if the allegations are indeed true. Like I said, I had reservations about the relationship just because of the age difference. I mean, it's nothing new, but when you're looking at someone so young with someone who's older and he's also your boss in a position of authority, you can see how easily it could turn into something abusive. Hopefully, I mean, I don't even know I'm not taking a side. I'm glad she was able to come forward and that she's working on herself and come to a place of healing. I hope that she can prove it. And I hate to even say it like that because it seems like I'm on her side. But to make these allegations and not be able to prove it, that's inviting a whole bunch of litigation and hardship on her own self and her own family. I know her husband in the past has made statements. He's taking shots at Diddy. And supposedly, I guess this is why, that he's aware of what she went through and that she's working on trying to get some healing and get to a place of just healing. Y'all, this whole thing, and I can't necessarily say like that I'm a huge fan of Sean Diddy Combs. I've enjoyed a lot of the artists he's brought to the forefront, some of his music. We recognize he's very influential in the hip hop world, in the entertainment business, and that he's done some for those in our community. There have also been lots of allegations of him being the opposite, being detrimental to some people, people who work for him as artists. Again, I have no direct insight on any of it, so I can't tell you what's true, what's not. But it's sad to hear that this could have possibly happened. I mean, it's not shocking. Like I said, it's more sad than shocking. You see it every day when men who have influence and power misuse it to hurt others to their advantage. So I'm not shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if this is actually true. I hope it's not. And I also hope that if it is, that she can prove her case. I don't understand, y'all. Just stop the violence. No, violence against women in this country is horrendous. And in the world, let's not even say in this country, because in this country we do have some measures of getting justice, obtaining justice for those who've been hurt. I just wish that we never had to get here in the first place. And if indeed there are people who were privy to what was going on, I hope they get it just as bad as he does, if it's true. But that's it, Auntie Babies. I just wanted to touch down and actually just speak on the fact that it's happening. And I will try to stay updated on how things move forward with the court documents and with the case. I mean, this is a civil case. She's filed a civil case in court, so in New York. So if she does have anything, any evidence, is going to come to light, and through these court proceedings, or vice versa, she'll be shown to be a liar, or I don't know. I don't even want to call her a liar. This is hard stuff. But yeah, I'll pray for all of the people involved, y'all. But that's it, Auntie Babies. That's it for this part. I actually want to do another segment. I had initially intended on doing a video about the madness and the violence going on between some other entertainers with Keke Palmer and her boyfriend, and with Krishan Rock, opposite ends of the spectrum, where you have violence against women and then you have violence by a woman. So, but that's it for this video. I'm going to end this here. I will be updating as I hear more information. Again, Cassie has filed a civil case for $30 million against Sean P. Diddy Combs and his companies. And yeah, we're going to keep up with this. Well, anyway, Auntie Babies, I love you. See you in the next video. Maybe I can get my brain together long enough to do my second video, which I wanted to do initially. But we shall see. They just ruined my whole day. My Ravens are playing tonight, y'all. Now my brain. This is all in my brain. Anyway, love you, Auntie Babies. See you in another video.